Welcome to another episode of Moss Sports. My computer decided to work, so I guess I'm running the show today. A lot going on this week. I don't know if we'll get to some Sporkle, but I have a couple quizzes pulled up so we don't have to search and waste time. So
it'll probably crash us out again.
Probably so. We'll. But anyway, I guess we'll start with college football.
We're not gonna. First of all, you forgot to mention.
Oh, something. Yeah. So you guys got to see each other yesterday, I guess, right?
No, I was gonna say you forgot to mention this guy has an Emmy.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to introduce. Well, I'm sorry. We'll back up. My name's Andy Robertson. I'm joined by Spencer Griffin, and it's really loud somewhere.
Jeez, Mo. Tell him to quit.
All right. We're joined by Emmy Award-winning Mauricio Beltran Hernandez. So I did cover, so we're good to go now.
Live from the airport this time. And he's got clothes on. I assume that they make him do that in the airport. It's a shame, but
I showed Katrina the clip of the Olive Garden and Chili's part, and she's like, "Why is he naked?"
I
was like, "He's at the pool," and she's like, "No, that's just a backdrop."
It was an intriguing thumbnail, though. I liked it.
Yeah.
Of course, YouTube probably threatened to take us down because
I don't know.
Naked man on the screen.
I haven't checked, but it was like that was the only thumbnail that it gave me. So I was like, all right. It gave me 3 of them, so I was just like, well,
it's perfect. It's so perfect.
But anyway, I guess we'll back up. You guys got to see each other yesterday. I didn't get to go.
It was super brief. It was actually my bad. I didn't communicate with my wife very well about the timing of stuff and where this was. She didn't know it was in North Little Rock.
Yeah.
And then I had assumed that because he had 2 parties that day to go to.
Oh.
So I had assumed that the other one started at 5:30, but that's when the other one ended. So we got there. And then we're hanging out for a little bit, and she's like, "Hey, the other party, just started." And I was like, "Wait, what?" Like, oh no. So yeah, it was about 30 minutes. But my kid ate a lot of chips and rice, so he had a good time, I guess.
He said it was what?
He said, "Oh no, he didn't say it." I was just about to. He said, I forgot about it.
I was about to have to beep it out.
Oh no! But when we got in the car to leave, he said, "More chips," and I was like, "No, we're leaving."
Yeah, Hezekiah is going to a daycare where it's ran by Hispanic speakers, and so that's I guess he'll get some bilingual stuff. But instead of more, I think he says Moss. So.
Oh wow! Okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's real cool.
But yeah, anyway, college football started yesterday. It was 0 week. And so I don't know if you guys want to get into games. I know there's a couple that we have on our radar. Most of them were like the typical cupcake.
Yeah.
Against big school, but we did have a couple ones that had some, I guess, odd results.
Exciting.
I don't know if you want to get to that or you want to get to this tweet you sent out of Desmond Howard being weird. But
we'll get to that tweet after because that was just something I threw in there. But no, so Nebraska and Northwestern played in Ireland,
Dublin.
So kick off college football in another country. Just really exciting time over there. The internet went down in the stadium, so they were giving out free beer. And the line to get free beer was insane. They, of course, had the big cup snake going up the stadium. And then I don't know. I was rooting for this. I don't know if you guys were. I love to see a good train wreck, especially in college football. And Scott Frost has been that train wreck for the last 5 years. And he did it again. Lost another one possession game. He's now 5-21 in one possession games at Nebraska. Immediately went for the onside kick after finally getting a 2-score lead in the third quarter. I don't know what you're doing. After the game, he threw his offensive coordinators under the bus, saying that they'll learn to call plays in this league. And I'm like, what are you doing? But buyout cuts in half on October 2nd after Indiana, and I believe it was a loss to Indiana that got him. I don't remember. Never mind. I will not say anything because I don't think that's true. But yeah, so look for him to possibly get fired there. I'm surprised they didn't leave him in Ireland.
Yeah. Yeah, throwing your coordinators under the bus is never a good look, especially whenever, I mean, like you go for an onside kick up 2 scores, like that's a little unnecessary at that point.
And it's all new coordinators this year. Too.
Yeah, and I turned it on a little bit. I didn't get to watch the whole thing, but Casey Thompson is the Nebraska quarterback, Texas transfer.
Mm-hmm.
And I did see at the end of the game he threw a pick whenever they were driving, I guess, and so that kind of ended the game. But
overall, he did look pretty good.
Yeah,
but especially compared to previous Nebraska quarterbacks.
Yeah, but was it Scott Frost? Where did he come from? Was it a Florida school?
UCF.
UCF. Okay, that's what I thought. Oh yeah, that's right.
Mackenzie Milton really got him the bag. So
yeah.
But Mo, I'm surprised you haven't chimed in because I know you got some stuff to say about this game.
I was letting Andy go, but it's just like, you know, the coordinator thing's like way off because that guy was the offensive coordinator for Pittsburgh the last 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
So they know what they're doing. What he's doing, that guy's been coaching for 40 years.
Yeah.
And then the one play he called, which was the onside kick, obviously cost him the game. So that was literally the one he had in that game yesterday. And it can bite him. But we shouldn't be surprised because, like, for whatever reason, it's something crazy, you know, or a bad call. And then they had the 2 interceptions were in the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Because that guy almost had 400 yards passing.
Did you guys see the stat about Bo Pelini's record? I can't remember it right off the top of my head, the exact numbers, but basically if Scott Frost won his next 50 games straight, he still wouldn't match Bo Pelini's record when he got fired, which is insane.
It's like Bo won like 9 games every year he was there.
Yeah, I always liked Bo Pelini. I mean, I thought he was solid, but I guess I get it. It goes back to you can't always just kind of stay at mediocrity, but then you run this risk of hiring a coach that doesn't know what he's doing and start tanking toward the cellar. So
I think with Bo was the whole issue of the attitude problems.
Yeah.
For players, for management.
Is she still at Youngstown?
I was just looking that up.
He went to Youngstown, then he became defensive coordinator for LSU 1 year after that.
Oh, that's right.
So I don't know where he's at right now, but I don't think he's head coach anywhere. I was going to say
he may not be anywhere.
Yeah, it looks like he's not anywhere. 2020 was his last year.
He was with LSU, that terrible defense that 1 year.
Yeah.
I mean, he's young enough to still coach. He's 54. That's not.
Is he really? I would have thought he was older than that.
Well,
wow.
When Nick Saban just signs an 8-year extension to become the highest paid coach in college football again, probably in all of, like, even professional football. Maybe I don't remember.
Who was the head coach yesterday? There was a head coach for one team that was 30 years old.
I don't know.
Made me feel old.
Yeah.
Like, what am I doing with my life? This guy's already head coach.
Right.
But another game that was on yesterday that actually got cut short. I think it was 13 minutes.
13 minutes, yeah.
In the fourth quarter, a lot of lightning delays, but it didn't matter because Stephen F. Austin got stomped by Jacksonville State. And Stephen F. Austin, I saw, was ranked 10 or 11 in the FCS.
Yeah, 10.
And so I kind of wanted to get you guys' take on what happened and why nobody seems to be talking about this. Andy, I know you've kind of got your finger on the pulse a little bit more as far as the FCS side of things go. Is Jacksonville State making the jump?
Yeah, them and Sam Houston State are going to go to FBS soon. I forget what conference. Conference USA, I think, is what it is. They're going to. And so Jacksonville State and Sam Houston State are not eligible to be ranked in the FCS rankings. And so I think Jacksonville State probably would have been. right around there
Top
or something
five,
like
yeah.
that. Yeah, I mean, so they're not eligible to be ranked. And I think I was just checking the FCS Reddit before we came on here, and really no one's talking about it. And
That's
I think
what I was, yeah.
I think a lot of people, and I may have a misperception of this, but I think a lot of people just in general are getting upset about the movement in college football. The higher levels are like, people are like, oh, I don't want to watch the Power 5 conferences anymore. Who's a smaller team that I can watch? And I feel like that same kind of sentiments at the FCS level a little bit. Like but they're doing it to improve the program. Like, I mean, it shouldn't be penalizing them, but they're moving up from FCS to FBS, and I feel like maybe people are, I don't know, turning it back a little bit. And then another thing, like Jacksonville State, their coach is Rich Rodriguez, so he has.
Oh, is it? I did not realize that.
Yeah, so he's not a big name coach, but he coached at Michigan, I think West Virginia a little bit, and so I mean, probably a better coaching staff already. Yeah. I think actually Greg Stewart. I don't know if you remember him, but he was the UCA defensive coordinator one time. I think he may be on the Jacksonville State staff.
Oh, really? Okay. And that young coach may actually be SFA's head coach that I was talking about that was 30.
I don't think so, because I think he's
a little,
like Colby something.
I have no idea. But you talk about people getting upset about the movement in college football. I feel like at the FCS level, you could also make the argument that there's too much lack of movement, looking at mainly North Dakota State. So like teams like that not moving up when they should, just so they can dominate this lower league. And I know there's probably way more to it than that, but
well, I think with North Dakota State, I think their issue is there's not really any teams close to them.
Yeah, true.
And so that's the issue that they run into. Like, travel costs would be enormous if they decided to go up. Yeah. I will say Stephen F. Austin has a nasty wide receiver, Xavier Gibson. He just moved into the all-time SFA all-time career receiving yard. I said that weird. Wow. But I think he may be only a junior or something like that. Something really crazy.
Oh, there was one more thing about Stephen F. Austin, too, that I saw, and I don't know if you guys saw this. I think there were rumblings that they may try to get under the umbrella of the Texas Tech University system, which could be really.
I've heard that before, too.
Yeah, my wife and I were talking about that, and like that'd be crazy as far as like expenses and branding, and because you've got to change everything, and of course being under that umbrella, Texas Tech makes a lot more money as a university system than Stephen F. Austin would, so they could recoup that easy. But I just thought that was super interesting. Like, you could see, where are they out of again?
Nacogdoches.
Yeah, so they would be what? Texas Tech University, Nacogdoches. I can't say this.
Yeah,
Stephen F. Tech.
Stephen. I don't know about that one.
Texas Tech SFA. I don't know that they'd go Nacogdoches. They'd probably keep their SFA branding.
You think so? So they wouldn't.
It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, technically, their name is Stephen F. Austin State University.
That's a good point. So, so they could just be TTU Stephen F. Austin.
Yeah,
kind of like the University of Arkansas has, UA CCB, UACCM, UA Pulaski Tech. Yeah,
but Gibson's a senior, so whenever it comes NFL draft time, he's a guy that I'd watch out for, because he's probably the best wide receiver at the FCS level.
I haven't had a chance to watch him. Is he a tall possession receiver? Is he a short, speedy guy?
I want to say he's a short, speedy guy, but I've got to see him in person several times, and he's so good. Yeah, he's really good. And there was a ball he caught, he got some really good separation yesterday, on a pass that, it was, I think it was their second touchdown SFA scored to go up like 14-0. And he just got some really good separation from that wide receiver and just burned him and scored on a long touchdown.
I'm impressed that he's been able to reach those records with the team that they've had in the last 4 years that he's been there, because it hadn't been great there.
Well, I think that coach is really turning SFA around.
Oh yeah,
I mean, SFA was just nothing for a while,
Mhm.
and I mean, this coach came in and he was kind of scary whenever I watched their introductory when I watched his introduction press conference. But yeah, he's done a great job. That staff's done a great job turning them around. Kobe Carthel.
All right, good deal.
But Mo, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk your ear off. I have, like Spencer said, I know more about the FCS than probably FBS level. So
Maybe more than the NFL.
okay, come on.
All right. Let's. We don't have to share our screen for this. The tweet that I brought up.
Yeah, I was just gonna.
But Desmond Howard made some predictions on the first, week 0 college. What is it called? The game day, college game day.
Yeah.
And so these are the 4 teams he predicts to be in the playoffs. And I just want to get you guys' take on it. He says it's going to be Texas A&M, Pittsburgh, Baylor, and Michigan.
Like, where does he even come up with like Baylor and like Pittsburgh?
Like, it's one thing to stir up controversy, but this is just bad.
I mean, Alabama's guaranteed in there. You know that. Ohio State is probably a guarantee.
I don't know how he doesn't have them. He doesn't have Alabama, Ohio State, Notre Dame, none of the.
Well, he went to Michigan, so he probably has that Ohio State hatred.
I get that one, just being a homer. I get that one. The others, I don't.
Yeah, those are insane.
I think the biggest one to me that's weird, honestly.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I was thinking that was the main one that stood out. Baylor does too, but I mean they play in a kind of a cupcake conference, so possibly. But
I mean, Baylor's been up there.
Yeah, but Pittsburgh losing Kenny Pickett, they lost I think their main wideout, and then
they lost
their
coordinator too, right?
Yeah,
their offensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm. So that one to me was just like what, and I don't think that they're getting past Clemson this year.
Those picks imply that teams like Alabama, Georgia, Clemson, Ohio State lose small, which there's no way that's going to happen.
Yeah, I forgot about Georgia, which is terrible because they just won.
Yeah, but maybe he's thinking like, this is what I want to happen because I'm so tired of the Alabama, Georgia stuff.
I guess, but yeah.
League Corsos made more sense. It was like Ohio State, Alabama, Ohio State, and Clemson, I think. Which makes sense,
I've seen some really funny Lee Corso tweets that probably shouldn't have made me laugh, but did. Waking him up for college game day.
Yeah.
Week 0 of all things, like.
Lord.
Poor guy. But his picks were right on the money, though. That makes sense,
Yeah.
Well, there was some show that picked Nebraska to win. Like everybody picked Nebraska to win, and
I think Kirk Herbstreit had Nebraska in their conference title game.
Yeah.
Well, that's funny because yesterday, whenever I was watching it, there was a stat that was like Northwestern and Nebraska both went like 0-6 to end the season last year, something like that. I don't remember, but people are crazy. I think they just say things to get people talking. Like
it's working.
Desmond Howard, like that's ridiculous. And now we're talking about it. So
yeah,
the Big Ten is getting like a lot of attention this year. Thursday night they have Purdue, Penn State.
Oh, really? That ought to be a good one.
Pittsburgh, West Virginia also Thursday night.
That's ACC.
But a college game day is gonna be there on Thursday. It's gonna be a good week.
So I guess we'll move to the NFL. Spencer, I don't know where you're going to stand on this, since you said last week.
Okay.
I didn't know if you.
I'm back.
Yeah,
I came to my senses.
I didn't know if you wanted to address that.
My mom talked me into it. She was like, "Just do it." And it's like, okay, fine.
I'm glad nothing I told you brought you over.
Nah, it's mom.
Yeah,
gotta listen to your mom.
It's what I told Spencer.
Yeah, I know.
I'm served.
But I mean, I guess we'll start with the bad news first.
It happened again.
Yeah. Matt Araiza, if you haven't heard yet, was named in part of the gang rape situation with 2 other players from San Diego State University. I didn't go into the details of it. I didn't read about it. I
unfortunately did, and
because I was like,
I wouldn't if I were you.
I didn't want to get involved in that. I made a couple jokes on the notes. I don't think I should make those jokes on the podcast.
They're pretty good, though.
I mean, one of them I can because I just joked that the NFL will suspend him until the Bills play San Diego State. But the other one I'm not going to make because I don't think it's appropriate.
Yeah, I probably would. But between us, it was good.
But yeah, he's been released by the Bills. It took a little bit. So Mo, can you mute? Sorry, that's just really loud. But yeah, he was released by the Bills yesterday, I think it was. There was something funny I saw. I forget what it was. It was related. It was a tweet related.
Was it the Browns picking him up?
Yeah, it was the Browns are picking up.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I know, Spencer, you've seen it. Mo, I'm sure you've seen it. And Spencer, I think you have a really good point in the notes that I was going to bring up too. But I mean, you guys can go ahead.
Yeah, I just said that the only reason he was released and that they did it so quickly without any kind of due process, because I mean, you are, innocent until proven guilty, but that does not apply to public perception. So, I mean, the only reason he was cut so quickly is because he doesn't throw the ball well. He's not, he's not a prioritized position. He's a punter, and they were like, it's not worth it for our public image to keep him. So you got to wonder if the same thing would have happened if this was a guy that was, an all-star caliber quarterback, running back, receiver, because we've got plenty of guys throughout the league that have done some bad stuff that are still playing or in the past have played for quite a while, having done some of that stuff. But yeah, I think public perception is the only reason they cut him, and because he's a punter. They allegedly knew about this all the way back in July. So, kept him on the roster, but now that people found out and they realized how bad it looks, and because the position isn't super important, they let him go.
Yeah.
Which, it was a right call, obviously.
Yeah.
Apparently it happened around Halloween time last year.
Okay.
And then they said that maybe some other teams had some sort of background knowledge, because there was 2 punters taken beforehand.
Yeah, Ravens took one, Jordan Stout.
So there was a thing that maybe, when there's the scouts and stuff, maybe somebody told them, hey, it's not public known yet, but there's something that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something I was going to bring up too, because I heard about that too. Or someone else brought that up, that 2 other teams took punters in the draft before him, and he was supposed to be the best one on the board or whatever.
Well, to be fair though, the punter that the Ravens took, and I just know this as a Ravens fan, the punter that the Ravens took actually had really, really good stats compared to Matt Araiza. Araiza can boom the ball. I mean, there's no doubt about it. He's got the distance, but in terms of coughing corner punts, getting it inside the 20, and then the rate of touchbacks, this other guy had much better stats. And so typically I would think you would look for that in a punter rather than a deep ball guy, unless, if your priority is to try to flip the field like that, sure. But a lot of times playing that field position, trying to trap the other team back inside the 20, inside the 10 is a better scenario for you.
Yeah. Well, that's why, there was a tweet that was going on about the Saints punter punting 82 yards the other day. Yeah. And I was like, okay, but it went in the end zone. That's cool that he punted 82 yards, but it didn't help his team very much.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, Spencer, that point about if he was playing a premium position, would he still be playing? I think that's a very valid point, because we saw it obviously with the other guy that we've been talking about, that I'm just sick of talking about at this point.
Yeah, me too.
And it just, if he would have been I'm sure it would have been different had he been playing.
Oh yeah, they would have let it play out through the court process. I guarantee it. And then even after all that was said and done, we probably wouldn't have kind of a justice situation in terms of suspensions or kicked off the team or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's what they said on the radio this morning, and then like unless there was like some criminal prosecution, I don't think they would have kicked him out if he was a quarterback, or the receiver, and it would have gone like 2-3 years before anything happened,
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah.
But like, how does it happen in October and nobody know like, hey, there's something, like. Apparently, police knew, because then like they had to contact him and they had to contact her, so the information was out there if you were looking for it, I guess,
And according to her and her family, there was a lot of inaction on the police's part, on everybody that was supposed to be investigating and proper authorities, which is why a lot of times women are afraid to come forward in these situations, because people fail to do their jobs, and it just ends up hurting them, and they have to replay that and relive that over and over. So that's just kind of why sometimes women don't come forward, or they wait. But there was another thing that Mo mentioned. Oh yeah, the other guys involved, I know one of them was still on the team at San Diego State.
Yeah.
They've since got him off the team. And then there was something else. Oh yeah, I was going to bring up that, why does this seem like, I don't want to say only, but it seems like a major issue in the NFL. Like, these guys, this keeps happening. There's keep being instances of the mistreatment of women throughout the league. Yeah. It's just, I feel like it's just getting worse and worse. And maybe it's just getting more public, but still, it seems like a huge issue that they need to try to address in some way.
I mean,
I think it starts like when you go back all the way like to like high school, when you're playing football and stuff. I think it happens so often, and a lot of times they can get away with it, and then it keeps going for them in college. They do it, and then they get to the NFL, and so it just goes way back.
It's a very good point.
Like, I don't know. I think it's just part of it, and I guess they get away with it, and they can just keep doing it forever.
Yeah.
And this isn't just strictly an NFL problem, because it's happened in Major League Baseball as well. Trevor Bauer is the latest, but you had Addison Russell, who played for the Cubs. He had domestic violence issues, and he's not. Last I heard, he was playing in Tokyo or Korea and so and I don't want to say that this is the reason why we don't hear about it as much as in other sports, but I mean, NFL, you're talking about a 53-man roster, and so the chances of somebody doing something like this are probably a little bit higher than Then I mean, that roster is double the Major League Baseball roster is 26, and so I mean, not to say that that's not a problem in these other sports, because it is. It's just, I think it probably seems more rampant in the NFL because the rosters are larger.
You are right. Yeah, it's a lot larger, I guess, sample size, if you want to call it that. And then, like you said, and the NBA is like 12 to 15. Yeah. So, I see what you're saying. It's kind of a numbers game there. Yeah, I get that.
I guess we'll move to another guy. This guy causes issues on the field. Mauricio is very familiar with this guy.
Yeah, he's such a dirty player.
Aaron Donald. I guess for some reason someone made the decision to have the two Super Bowl teams have a joint practice together in preseason, and of course they got into a brawl, and Aaron Donald had two Bengals helmets in his hands, swinging them at other people,
and their heads were still inside the helmets.
Yeah, getting his Myles Garrett on. Myles Garrett got a pretty lengthy suspension, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
but from what I saw, it's only like they're going to handle it in-house. So Aaron Donald's still going to be playing week 1 throughout the season. How
does he get away with it, though? And Garrett doesn't?
I don't know.
They said that it's because it happened during a team practice and not an official game.
Yeah. So supposedly during practices, I think, what I heard about it.
Yeah. So that's taken
it's up
care
to
of
the teams
internally.
to discipline. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, who didn't, sexually assault those women during a game. So why did he get punished?
I don't know.
Exactly, Mo.
Time served. That's all I say.
I mean that's not that's not Mauricio's point. I mean that's what I've heard too.
Yeah.
So, but
Nah, it's fine. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Given his history, though, I mean, maybe they should do something because he's had a lot of instances, whether it's choking guys or, just he's kind of like Ndamukong Suh had the same issue.
yeah, but he
never
got
really had what?
Ndamukong Suh was like talked about all the time as such a dirty player, but no one talks about Aaron Donald being a dirty player.
That's a good point. I think it's starting to happen a little more often, which is good. I mean, rightfully so, because like I said, a lot of choking, a lot of unnecessary acts on the field. No off the field issues yet.
Yeah,
but for some reason on the field, it just turns into a different guy, and it's not pretty.
Yeah. Yeah, I think people pointed out if he wasn't the best player at his position either. There's a theme here.
Yeah.
If he wasn't the best player at his position, then he would probably be talked about as more of a dirty player. And which Ndamukong Suh was one of the best at his position during all that time too. So
I mean, that's why he stayed on rosters too, I guess.
Yeah. But anyway, well, I guess we can hit these two notes and switch gears in the next meeting.
Okay.
Just real quick, because I mean, I can't imagine we'll talk long about Shaquem Griffin.
I didn't think so either.
Shaquem Griffin has the one-handed linebacker has retired, and I read into a little bit more the Plan A thing that you brought up, Spencer. He said it's on the Plan A. So I guess the story there is like he and his brothers grew up wanting to play football, but his dad told them that football is I forget the wording of it. But basically, like football's a luxury.
Yeah.
And they need to have another plan in case football doesn't work out. And so,
great advice.
Yeah. And so football worked out for Shaquem. And then I guess it's
Shaquille too.
Yeah.
His brother.
Yeah. So Shaquem's moving on, which, I mean, it's amazing what he was able to accomplish.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah. So, Mauricio, I don't know if you have anything else on that, but if not, then I'll move on to the last NFL thing before this meeting ends. Okay. And then Cowboys left tackle Tyron Smith is out at least until December. His hamstring pulled off the bone, so that's pretty nasty.
Sounds. Oh my gosh, that sounds horrendous.
But people are dogging the Cowboys for not having a backup plan. They drafted Trey Smith, something like that from Tulsa.
Well, they let Lyle Collins walk.
Yeah, and they cut Lyle Collins, and so people are questioning, is this setting up Mike McCarthy to fail so they can hire Sean Payton? Is it just poor roster construction? I don't know. But
yeah, I didn't like the move in general to cut Collins in the first place. I always thought he's pretty good. And now he goes to a Bengals team that needs that, and he's going to provide, some good skills at that position.
Yeah. But Tyron Smith's always hurt. They should have came up with something better. So
classic Cowboys.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess we'll get back into it. Switching gears to the NBA. I'm sure no one saw this coming, but Chet Holmgren is already hurt, and he's out for the season with a Liz Frank injury to his right foot. Apparently,
all my homies hate Liz Frank.
Apparently, he was guarding LeBron in a Pro-Am league, and he came down with an injury. So
step back, and that was just a train wreck of a Pro-Am situation. Did you see it?
No, I didn't.
So it was at Jamal Crawford's crossover event. So all these big names, you had Paolo Banchero, Chet, Deontay Murray, and even LeBron agreed to come run this Pro-Am. And then there was people camping out for days to try to come in and see, because I mean they don't, a lot of these guys don't want to pay full price for a ticket because either you can't afford it or whatever, and you get to see LeBron and all these players. So the people that camped out, they didn't even get to go in at some point because everybody just kind of bull rushed the place, and it was just a madhouse. and then the game got canceled after a quarter and a half because there was too much moisture on the court. Too many people in the gym, I guess. It was just not good. The logistics of it were bad.
Most of those pro-ams looks like it's in a very small gym anyway, with people just packing the sidelines.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, and then I think somebody went up for a dunk or a layup and slipped, and they were like, "All right, that's it." And but yeah, that's the event that Chet got hurt at. Apparently, I saw that it was a sanctioned NBA, one of the 5 sanctioned pro-ams that the Thunder agreed to let him participate in. So I guess it's in his contract that it's okay. Yeah, but still sucks for him. Obviously, we'll see if he can turn it around, kind of like Embiid, Simmons, Durant, but I don't know. He's got to bulk up a little bit.
Yeah. You have anything on that, Mo?
I mean, we shouldn't be surprised that these guys that are built like spaghetti noodles and jumping up and down are gonna snap a foot, snap a knee, snap a tibia.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, why even waste your pick and your money on somebody like that,
Well, it's gonna happen again next year with Victor Wembanyama.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, we even talked on our post-draft episode about Chet Holmgren in his small frame.
And the difference between him and a lot of people bring up Durant when he came into the league. And yes, Durant was thin. He had a small frame, and it may have caused him a couple of issues, but he fought through it, and he's better now. But I think the issue with Chet more so is the fact that Durant was more of a wing, came in as more of a wing guy, just basically a tall, stretched out wing. And Chet, that's not really the case, because Chet is a 4 or 5. And I don't see him trying to guard guys like Jokic or Embiid. They're just going to feast. And I don't know if he's going to be able to handle that abuse.
Yeah, he's just going to have to be a really big perimeter player.
I guess,
that's probably because I don't know. I know that he had some blocks in college, but
it's college.
In college, yeah.
Yeah. Also, you're in a terrible conference.
Yeah. Right. So,
and anytime that they played any type of physical team, he had major issues. I was not a big fan of everybody else's evaluation of him coming out of college, but we talked about that on draft night.
Right. I guess talking about KD, he has rescinded his trade request. Originally, he wanted to get away from Steve Nash and the general manager. That was the reason for the trade request, but he has rescinded it. He's going to play out his 4 years with the Net. Well, for now, he's going to play out his
I was going to say, contract. I doubt that.
So,
that's going to be awkward on the team, but what do you expect? Him and Kyrie, and now you got Ben Simmons. I kind of root for that train wreck to stay together so we can all watch it.
Yeah, I'm sure during the season, KD is probably going to be like, "Okay, I've had enough," and then. But
I saw he was hanging out a lot with James Harden this offseason. I was like, then why I don't understand y'all.
Yeah, but anyway, I did see that someone said that this could lead to more movement in the NBA now, more trades and stuff, because this was kind of the one that was hanging up a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and we have seen that.
Yeah. One trade that has happened this week is Patrick Beverley was traded to the Los Angeles Lakers for Talon Horton-Tucker. So for now, Patrick Beverley and Russell Westbrook are teammates. For those who don't recall, one of Westbrook's probably first major injuries in the NBA was probably caused by Beverley.
It was. Yeah, 100%.
Both went for the ball, and Beverley kind of went more toward Westbrook than.
It was dirtier than that.
Yeah.
Because Westbrook was dribbling it out to take a timeout, like super obvious,
right?
Across half court to get the timeout, and Patrick Beverley went way too aggressive at his knee, and boom, meniscus tear, or I think so.
Yeah,
they got mad beef.
Yeah, and so it sounds like the Lakers are going to try and trade Westbrook before training camp happens.
But... I hope they don't.
Oh yeah, Mo's a Lakers fan. I forgot. How do you feel about all this, Mo? Thumbs up.
I want to see this clown show.
Yeah,
it's gonna be so funny. They're gonna fight on the court.
Do you want to watch Westbrook and Beverly play together or no?
What? You crazy?
So
Like
someone was
so.
someone was pointing out how the Lakers didn't try to re-sign Alex Caruso because they signed Talon Horton Tucker, and now they're trading for Beverly
For a worse Caruso.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
That was very stupid.
But thank you, Lakers, for Caruso.
Yeah. Nobody liked that move.
Yeah.
Even when it happened, that was very dumb.
Yeah. All right, and then we're gonna get to MLB. We might have time for a couple of sporkles if you guys want to. Okay. We'll see, because I don't know. It doesn't.
I don't know if Mo can participate a whole lot.
Yeah.
He's got people yelling in his ear.
What? You don't have this on loud, do you, Mo? You have
he
earbuds in? Okay. Because I was gonna say, what if like one of the questions are like, fill out this bomb and
so, they probably already tracked him. They're in his ear.
Yeah, shotgun and
oh no,
a bunch of football
shotgun formation. When did they quit running the pistol?
Yeah. Anyway, so final topic, the MLB. Just the Yankees are still playing terribly. Spencer, I think you brought up or Mauricio, one of you guys did with the Bo Pelini and Scott Frost is never going to catch him thing. I saw something today that Garrett Cole of the Yankees, if he pitched 80 scoreless innings to finish out the season, his ERA will still be higher than Sandy Alcantara.
What?
Yeah, that's pretty insane. And Garrett Cole's supposed to be the Yankees.
I was going to say.
High-priced ace pitcher. So,
wow, that's wild.
Yeah, crazy. And then some cool news. Julio Rodriguez is a rookie this year. Fastest player to reach 20 home runs, 20 steals in a season. Plays for the Mariners. He made a trip through Little Rock with the Arkansas Travelers.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
He played on the team?
Yeah. And so now he just got a massive amount of money.
When did this happen? And I could have watched him.
Yeah, he was on the Travelers last year.
What?
Yeah.
Well, we didn't know he was going to be that good, though, right?
Oh, he was one of the highest ranked prospects in the majors.
Snap.
For the majors. Because I remember I went to a Travelers game last year, and I was really wanting to watch him play, and he didn't get in that game. I don't know if he was hurt or what.
Yeah.
But,
shoot, that's awesome.
Yeah, he just got a $210 million extension over 14 years, but it could be worth up to $470 million with 20 years in the organization. Like, so crazy. But
what are you doing over there?
So the game I went to last year had like these trading cards of Travelers players, and I'm trying to find Julio Rodriguez has got to be in here somewhere.
I just realized that Mauricio's in the airport wearing a freaking Bullet Club t-shirt. What? Imagine the amount of random searches this man gets. He's already not white, so he's got that going against him. And now he's wearing a Bullet Club t-shirt. You're treading on thin ice, bro.
It's a free country.
It is. I mean, it is, but dang,
not the airport.
The ball's on Mauricio.
The airport's not very freeing for good reason, but
I can't believe it took me that long to notice that. God.
That is funny.
Maybe he's trying to appeal to the far right.
Maybe. He's got a Texas A&M hat on as well, in the shape of a flag.
Just say you're Jimbo's nephew or something.
But yeah, a lot of money for Julio Rodriguez, and
that's pretty cool. That's the guy that got runner up in the home run derby. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yep, and he's a rookie this year, so that's pretty good.
How old is he? Do you know?
I think he's like 2021, something like that.
I was gonna say he's young. It has to be young.
Yeah. You said that Mauricio's screen went.
See, black. They took him away. TSA said, "Yeah,
he's getting patted down now." Oh,
yeah,
he's back.
Slipped through the cracks.
He's back.
Jeez.
And he's got a beard under his mask.
Oh, he does. How do you walk around the airport with balls that big? crazy. I get randomly searched a lot.
I do
Every
too.
time they always think I got drugs in my hair, and I do, but they don't find them.
There's a lot of cavity searches.
I welcome that. I ask for it.
Can you check my cavities,
Yeah.
please?
You forgot.
And they open your
something.
mouth.
Yeah. No, you forgot something.
Okay. Art Moreno could sell the Angels, and I'm sure all Angels fans are rejoicing or begging for this to happen because he's a terrible owner.
I think a lot of franchises wish their owner would sell the team.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, the governor.
Well, yeah. Probably so, because I know the Cubs fans hate the owners, or a lot of Cubs fans hate the owners of the Cubs right now.
Yeah. Wish the Suns would sell.
Yeah.
Lakers probably off and on, depending on who you ask.
Yeah. The Commanders definitely want a different owner.
Right.
I'm sure a lot of Cowboys fans would probably want a different owner. Yeah, you can probably name just about every the Pirates fans definitely want a different owner.
Oh God,
But,
yeah.
I mean, we could run down a whole list. We'd probably don't have time. Bryce Harper has came off the injured list with the Phillies. The Phillies played pretty good without him, but he's back and they're in the hunt for one of the wild card spots, I believe. And so he should help them get better because he was playing really well before he got hurt.
Ain't he always hurt though?
Pretty much.
Yeah, so he'll just go back on it.
But another injured guy, Fernando Tatis, he's an idiot. I don't think we got to talk about his suspension.
No, yeah. So I have a question about this because I was thinking like, okay, so he got busted for PEDs, right? He got 80 games, which sounds like a lot, but
Right.
like Mauricio said, they play all the time. So, but so I thought I saw that he's having surgery now. Is that right? So
Yeah.
Is it that dumb? Because I mean, he's gonna miss the time anyway, right?
Well, okay, so some of this context. So in the off season, he got in a motorcycle accident and
Mhm.
fractured his wrist, and I think he lied about it, and so he hasn't played at all this season just yet,
Yeah.
and I think he had shoulder issues before too, and so the big question was like, and so whenever I saw he was having shoulder surgery, I was like, well, he's been out this long, why didn't he just go ahead and have it? And then he had the PEDs situation come up, and he claimed that it was for ringworm, the
Yeah.
cream he was using or something like that.
Oh, say cream again.
And the cream. And I think his dad said something. His dad played in the major leagues. He played for the Cardinals, in the Expos and a couple other teams. But his dad said something about it was attributed to a haircut or something. I don't know. They're just making all these kind of lies up. So that's where I'm coming from with he's dumb. Like
A haircut?
Yeah, I don't know. But it's resulted in him losing an Adidas sponsorship. So I mean, to me, it's a dumb, like, he's thrown away a lot of stuff. He's supposed to be one of the biggest, brightest stars in the game, and he just
That sucks. I was really enjoying whenever he was good. Like, he was fun to watch.
Yeah, but he's kind of ruined his reputation. I guess it's kind of up to him to build it back up and whatnot.
He still can. He's young. I think he got it in him.
Yeah. So, but that's the topics for this week. I don't know. It's almost 6. I don't know if you guys wanted.
Watch out for those barbers putting PEDs in your hair.
I don't have to worry. I do my own.
I don't know what a pair of scissors are. So
Yeah.
yeah, y'all want to do the Sporkle, or is Mauricio already flirting close to disaster over there?
I've got one that's 6 minutes that we could do real quick.
Okay, as long as it doesn't crash us out. If it does, peace out in advance.
But we'll do this one real quick and then get off because I smelled dinner, and I'm sure it's getting close to Hezekiah's bedtime. So
yeah, I need to go make dinner.
Can you guys see this?
Yup.
Okay, so this is.
What's the swords?
I don't know. Oh, it's a challenge. Play Showdown. We can play somebody else.
Oh, no, let's not do that.
This is NFL 20 sack seasons. So
20 sacks.
Everyone who's had a 20 sack season is on here. I'm sure it's going to be really challenging because there's some really old players on here.
Yeah. Like Larry Zonka.
That was definitely a running back.
Oh, I don't know. That's just the old guy I remember.
So, all right, we'll get it because I know we know some of the people. Like this 2001 Giants player is.
It's got to be Strahan.
Yeah.
Let me get, because I'm so bad. Let me get the easy ones. So we got Watt.
This should pop up a couple more.
Yeah, and Jared Allen. What's Lord.
You should know the Kansas City one.
Nah, that's what I was like. What?
You should know him. He played for the Ravens.
Yeah, I know, but his name escapes me. Is Aaron Donald? Yeah, that okay, fine, do it. Is Aaron Donald on there? Yeah. Yep. And then the last one that I'll know is hopefully Dallas 2000. Oh, what's that dude's name? DeMarcus Cousins? DeMarcus Lawrence? Who I'm thinking of?
The first name's right. DeMarcus Cousins.
DeMarcus where?
Yeah, it's DeMarcus Ware.
Well, okay. I too much NBA.
Yeah. Now we've got a bunch of older guys.
Yeah.
That predate us. So I don't know that we'll be able to get too many of these. 78 Lions. You guys know that one? Apparently he had 23 sacks in a season.
Is Lawrence Taylor going to be on here?
Probably so, because there's a Giants one. Yep.
Look at me.
And I want to say Randall. No? John Randall's not
Randall. On here? I think you spelled that wrong. I think it's Randall.
John Randall.
Psych.
John Randall's definitely not on here.
White?
Yeah, Randy White. Or Reggie White, sorry.
Randy White.
Randy White played for the Cowboys.
You get roasted now.
The Minister of Defense. Cowboys 77, Ed Tuchel Jones? Nope, Deacon Jones. Okay.
Oh, Ed Tuchel Jones came to our high school once randomly. I didn't really know who he was, so I was just like, that man is tall. I get the nickname.
Okay.
What? This first one's tripping me out.
Yeah.
This dude must have been good.
Yeah. Apparently, defense back in the day was just insane.
That's a good. Yeah, those do seem like they always have inflated numbers.
84 Jets, 76 Bengals, 89.
Yeah,
Vikings.
This one's hard. I ain't getting these.
I thought it was easier than this. I guess I didn't.
Julius Peppers.
That's definitely not on here.
Yeah, I know. I just always liked him in Madden because he was fast.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I saw a really funny glitch on the newest Madden.
That's not surprising.
No, it's not.
Well, do you know any 20 defensive sack people that we haven't named yet?
Well, we might be able to do another Sporkle then since we sucked so hard at this one.
Yeah, I'm going to give up. Forget this. Al Baker.
Who is that?
Mark Gastineau, Coy Bacon.
Yeah, I don't know any of these.
Harvey. Oh, Derek Thomas. I should have gotten that.
Oh, what a name, though. Jim Cat Cabbage.
Harvey Martin. I should have gotten Derek Thomas. I thought that might have predated him.
Are the other ones too long?
This one is.
Yeah.
20 minutes, 10 minutes.
10 minutes. That one, we should fly through that one, though.
Yeah, that's true. We'll do it. NCAA team names.
Yeah.
All right, Big 12 teams. We got the Baylor Bears, Iowa State,
Cyclone,
Kansas,
Jayhawks,
Kansas State,
Wildcats. I'd be surprised if I don't know every single one of these.
We could throw Tigers in here because we should get like 18 of them.
Yeah, you'll get a lot of Tigers, a lot of
Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Bulldogs.
A lot of Razorbacks.
Oklahoma Sooners, Oklahoma State Cowboys. That should knock out a couple.
Yeah.
Texas Longhorns.
A lot of Horned Frogs.
Texas Tech Red Raiders. West Virginia Mountaineers. I think that's a couple. Oops. One. Illinois.
A lot of Aggies, too, surprisingly.
Yeah. Fighting Illini. Indiana Hoosiers. Iowa Hawkeyes, right?
Correct. Maryland
Maryland
Terrapins.
Terrapins. Michigan Wolverines. Michigan State Spartans should get.
That'll be a lot, yeah.
No, only one? Wow. Minnesota
Really?
Golden Gophers.
Oh, I was thinking of Trojans.
Huskers, Trojans. Only one for the Trojans.
Yeah.
Crazy. Aztecs. Is that FBS? FCS?
Aztecs.
Yeah.
No.
San Diego State.
Oh, well, that's not like, I think these are probably, well, no, it is a lot of them. I don't know.
Oh, there's only 75. This is probably big.
Yeah, this is big P5.
I thought it was bigger.
Or
Or the
P6.
whole NCAA. Ohio State Buckeyes.
Yeah, Nittany Lions.
This is too easy.
I told you.
Purdue
Boilermaker. A Scarlet Knight. Badger. Oh,
Creighton.
this one could be tricky, though.
Blue Jays, DePaul.
Demon Deacons.
Devils. Blue Devils?
Demon Deacons. No.
What the heck? Georgetown.
DePaul? Oh, snap.
I think DePaul is DePaul a devil
It
of
is
some
some
kind?
kind of devil. Blue? No, it's not a blue.
I think it's the Demons.
Demons?
No.
No.
DePaul. Oh, now this is tripping me out. It was Wake
Marquette.
Forest. I was thinking.
What
of.
is Marquette?
Oh no, I don't know all these. I bragged.
Marquette. I know Marquette. What
Golden
are they?
Eagles.
Golden Eagles.
Golden Eagles, that's right.
Providence. Are they the Friars?
Friars, yeah.
Yeah.
This is the weirdest. St. John's Reds.
Red Storm.
Red Storm. Seton Hall Pirates.
Oh. Xavier Wildcats. That should bring up a lot.
No. Musketeers.
Musketeers.
Oh, are they?
I thought it. What?
E. Musket.
Oh, okay.
Dang, maybe I didn't know as many as I thought. DePaul's making me mad.
Yeah. Okay. Arizona State Sun Devils.
Yeah.
Cal Brute.
Yeah.
Just Bears.
This is Bruins.
Bruins is UCLA.
Oh, maybe not.
UC
Cal.
Berkeley. That's
Golden
Cal.
Bears.
Golden Bears. That's right. Oops. Colorado Buffalo. Incorrect. Oregon Ducks.
Beavers.
Beavers. Stanford Cardinal. Utah.
Utes.
The best one. Washington Huskies. Washington State Wolfpack, right? Nope. What are they? Cougars.
Yeah. Okay. This is getting a little trickier.
This is too easy. I thought this was going to be like
Terriers?
NCAA.
IMO.
No, Boston College is the Golden Eagles.
I thought.
Or just Eagles, I guess.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking of a Boston Terrier.
Florida State.
Seminoles. Seminole Vesicles. Yes.
Georgia Tech.
Yellow Jackets.
Yellow Jackets.
I got in a fight with some Yellow Jackets earlier. Hurricane. What? I did. There was like hundreds of them in this big nest I got.
Tar Heels. This is very confusing because it has
Fighting Irish.
Notre Dame in the Atlantic Coast.
Well, I mean, they did play a schedule. They had to put them somewhere. I don't guess they had to.
But what?
Panthers.
Orange. Virginia.
Cavaliers.
Hokies. Alabama. Crimson Tide. Florida Gators.
Yeah, these should be all super easy. And then, but then we have to rack our brain on the stinking.
Ooh, did you guys see the Big Spur?
Oh, yeah.
the
contest name?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's winning right now? I think it's Cock Commander.
It was, yeah. And then they had Cluck Norris.
Oh, Cluck Norris. There was another really funny one, too. I couldn't remember what it was.
Volunteers, Aggies, and Commodores. What?
Is O. COMMO.
Oh, okay.
No,
Nope.
COMMO. Commodore. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. The stupid DePaul.
Why? This is what
Blue Demons.
Blue Demons? You know this dude just Googled it. Oh, yeah. That's why he was missing. That's why he was missing for 2 minutes. He Googled it.
See,
and
I
it messed his phone.
said Blue Devils and then earlier, but then he said Demons, so I'll give him that one.
Nah, my guy cheated. I bet you fill out crossword puzzles in pen. That's what it said.
Well, I guess on that note, we will
Yeah.
write off this episode.
Yeah, we'll see Mauricio in TSA very soon. So maybe he'll do a special podcast from his search because they're coming for him.
From the cavity that they say. Coming from Mo's cavity.
Live from Mo's cavity. It's my sports. You know he hates it. He hates the attention.
Yep. All right. So I guess we'll see you in the next episode of My Sports. My Sports Country. Let's ride.
Oh,